Hello friends, good morning. So in this specific video tutorial, I'm going to tell you what is interactive development environment that is being provided by Python itself for the development of Python programs directly. Uh, in Ideally is basically an interactive environment in which you can say work, you can write your Python programs, you can execute them, and you can debug them also. So what ideally is, let me discuss this. Generally, whenever you install Python in your system, Python itself provide you an integrated development environment that has been embedded with Python. So it's automatically be installed with Python. You don't need to install it separately, but this is basically provided by Python for development, for interactive developments of Python programs. It is available for Windows, Linux, Mac operating systems, and almost all operating systems for which Python is having support. So you are going to write program. Definitely, if you are learning Python, you must need some editor in which you can type your programs, you can save it somewhere, and then you can execute it. So for that, we need some editor where we could do this, where we could type our programs, and we can work with the program as per our requirements. So there are a lot of editors available for Python programs, like Notepad plus plus is there, like Eclipse is there, and the one that is being already provided by Python itself, that is IDLE. Ideal, except ideally, there is one more environment that is called interactive shell that is being provided by Python, in which you can type Python commands and it can execute it. But that is not the best tool for writing larger programs, because at a time you can give one command in that Python shell, and so you cannot write multiple line commands. You cannot write big programs in that interactive shell. So what we need is, we need ideally, if you are going to stick with Python, if you are initially learning Python and you are going to write your testing programs and all, then in that case, ideally is the best tool for you to go and type your program and test it accordingly. Okay, so generally, in short, what we will say that ideally is the interactive development learning environment in which you can type Python programs, you can save them somewhere, you can execute them, and further you can debug them. So for that, automatically with Python, the environment that is being embedded is called IDLE, right? So how we can open IDLE? You simply have to click on Start menu. That you can see here. You will click on Start. After clicking on Start, you will see the version of the Python that you have been installed, Python 3.6. You will click on IDLE. Once you will click on IDLE, you will see this kind of interactive shell environment that you are seeing. Here, you can type your commands, but again, you cannot type your larger programs in this shell. That is normally the interactive shell that is being provided by Python. But how we can write multi-line programs, how we can write large programs, then you have to go to File. You will click on File, and then you will see there is a New File option. You will click on New File. In New File, what you can do, you can type your programs here. One line, two line, three line, four line, 100 lines programs. You will just type it over here, and then finally, once you write it, you will click on Run, and then you will click on Run module. We will see how we can write program, how we will execute our programs in next video, writing our first program. But generally, if you want to see how we can do this, you simply have to click on Start. You can see the Python 1 3.6 module is given over there. Otherwise, you can click on this, you will click on Python 3.6, you will click on IDLE. Okay, this IDLE will give you this kind of environment, but here you can type one command at a time. You want to write larger programs, you basically need the IDLE, you will click on New File, and this is the development environment you can see, where you can type multi-line programs, say program 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. Definitely, these are not the correct commands I'm typing. I'm just giving you the demo of that one. Then you will click on Run. You will click on Run module. You will have to save it by some name, say ww that we have been given. Say click on OK, and we will get back it as an execution. But in that case, it is saying that this is not defined. That means it is not recognizing the command that you have been given. You must have to given valid commands for that one, that we will learn in next chapter, how we are going to write Python, our first Python program, and how we will execute that. So guys, this is basically what about we are learning about Python, and in the next video we will discuss how we will use this ideally for writing Python programs. So guys, till then, keep watching, keep subscribing. Thank you very much.